with myself, Fluffy Squirrel, and the wonderful, whimsical, witty TiltyBird. And you, and Nula, my dog, who needs a lot of attention. Got your stickers from Lara FM. And your top.
I wore it all day yesterday.
Thank you to everyone who joined Rika and myself for Tilty's birthday stream yesterday. It was so much fun.
Sorry, I had to.
Yeah, Tilty was there watching live. It was awesome. Yeah, thank you so much to Rika for putting that together and editing it and doing all the things. And yeah, it was incredible. Thank you very much.
Like I was saying before we got on live, I'm 33 and I've had like 32 bad birthdays. So all birthdays will be compared to yesterday because that is the birthday. If I ever have a bad birthday again, it won't matter because yesterday was the best. So
yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad you had a nice time. Have you got the timer there?
So many birds. Yeah, I have the timer. But I saw so many birds. And I forgot to mention this, but on the way home, from driving home, from seeing all the birds, we saw sheep.
Oh.
Big ones. Fuzzy ones. Like big ones. Sorry.
Look what I've got here dealing with this one. Look, please give me
Nula.
all of the attention.
There we go. We've got the timer going. Hello, Haggis. Hello, Joe. Thank you both.
Hi, Susan. Thank you all for being here.
Hi, Susan.
So, yeah, good day yesterday. Fun day. Birds, poutine. What more could a Canadian want?
And stickers. And Lara.
There you go.
My dad and I had Lara blasting in the truck the whole way. It was awesome.
Oh, yeah, you got your CD, didn't you? That's so cool. That arrived just before your birthday. And I did the deed today.
I know, I'm so sorry.
I didn't want to do. I did the deed, and then I messed up filling out the customs forms and had to redo them. Oh, 'twas tragic. What a tragic mess I was. All a fluster.
All a fluffer?
No one wants a squirrel a fluster. No. Already skittish by nature.
There were squirrels hanging out with the peacocks.
There you go.
There were like 5 squirrels.
Friendship.
Yeah, I even walked right by one. It was like on this like branch on a tree, and I walked by it, and it was like looked at me, and I was like, "No, it's cool, bud." I literally said that. It's good. You're good, bud. And it just kept eating its nut, and I just walked on by. It was awesome.
I went to get a Subway sandwich. Haven't treated myself to a Subway sandwich in ages. And we went past the pigeons and fed pigeons some nuts. And they landed on my head, my shoulder. I was like, right, hood up, because I know what these birds are about. They were just landing all over me. Hi.
That's amazing. I love pigeons. We domesticated them and then abandoned them. Don't be mean to pigeons. They are sweet little babies.
And this one, look.
Come into my nest, little pigeons.
Can't stop. Look, as soon as I stop.
Oh, selfless.
What's up?
Yeah, that's. He said watching House Judiciary chop it up over how bad they will treat the others. Mitch linked me a thing, and it was like the US's official website, and if you go to the Constitution, it's 404 not found. So
I have no words. Just
also selfless. This is a gay Star Trek sweater.
But also
these are all the queer characters of Star Trek. Just wanted to point that out.
And your country people.
Come to Canada. Once Portland's not safe anymore, just come all the way up. Just come up a little further. It's all good. I'm gonna start.
Come to Canada.
I'm gonna start the real bird sanctuary. Okay, we're gonna have all the DB crims.
That sounds amazing. We need to think. This is what I'm saying. This is why we need to make a podcast. If you want me to come to Canada, we need to podcast so I can get into Canada.
If anyone wants to help us learn how to podcast, send us an email.
I said that Canadian woman, I want to know who she is. And she was just invited California to become another province and being like free healthcare. Oh dear. Hi, Doctor Who.
Do you want to walk in the grocery store where someone could potentially knife you, or do you want to walk in a grocery store where if someone bumps you, they go, "Oh, sorry, bud. So sorry about that."
Well, obviously the second one. No one's going to pick the first one. But no one's going to like I'm in like England where people are very passive aggressive.
I don't have to convince people to come to Canada.
Someone's going to do is huff, tut, shake their head, and if it's an elderly person, they might go, "Oh, back in my day, we've never been in a room," blah, blah. And if it's a young person, they might go live. I don't know.
I've cried from being tutted at, so.
Tutted at? Oh, you got to toughen up. I can't console you through that one. You just got.
No, that was. I could feel that.
They shoot in a duck and be like, "Ran off my back because I'm a duck." Duck Nana, embrace your duck Nana.
Hi, look, Dr. Who Heather.
I'm not.
I don't have a dog. I only have a duck Nana. I don't have a dog.
But yeah, good birthday times. Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to. I just wanted to share. Sandra's birds are the cutest.
They're so cute.
And I love this.
That's super cute.
Cool. I just wanted to show those ones because I forgot to earlier. But we've got 3 minutes left on the timer, unless you want to.
Nice. My brain's gone.
Hi, Antics of a Mama Squirrel.
Were you able to get your highlights? What do you call them?
It's the annotations. They're messed up for chapter 16, but that's okay because it's okay for the rest of the book. So I can kind of I can kind of figure out where I was.
Nice.
Do you like my flailing? That's where I'm at today. This is a Queers of Star Trek hoodie. So, 7 of 9 is right there. It's Garrick. It's my guy. Okay, don't get me on. We're trying to do things here that are important. Not talk about how great Star Trek is.
Random silliness. Enjoy your 3 minutes.
That's true. We're getting it done in the right time. And I'm getting my supplies out as I do it.
Antics. There we go. Supplies. Hi, Pearl.
Yeah, work ruins everything. I'm going to hold it against your work and not you. It's okay.
Oh, you know all the fun stuff we had over Christmas, and then life was just like
yeah.
One of the fun things I had, which I don't know, I might still do something with, is I was going to do shorts, advent calendar shorts, because do you remember I was This is, I think, is a real stupid waste of money, but I'm wondering about getting it. And you were like, get it 100%. And I got it. Christmas gift box is an advent calendar of mini duckies. So I don't know. Should I do something with that still? Do I just propose it for another 11 months?
You could customize all of those duckies if you don't like, and like if you find one that's, you could customize every ducky.
I could, and we could name the duckies. We could do a duck naming ceremony at like Friday.
We could. You could make one pink, and you could have like a pink cloud duck.
I could have a pink cloud duck. I was thinking I could have like a bitch boots John duck.
Oh, absolutely.
Pick your favorite ducky and I'll
bitch
draw
boots
it.
John. I like to try to hit people with my car.
You know Merlin's beard. These are both from Portland. Get out my Portland brain. Get out my Portland brain. Oh no, I'm thinking. Where's the? Not Sacramento. Moose went there, and someone like flipped out of at him. I was like, oh damn. Quick draw. That's what I called him. Quick draw.
Where was that?
It was. Oh, okay.
Got the gears turning in my brain.
Where did Mandy used to protest before they went to? Before they went across state or across the country. Mandy McGee protested there. Did we begin with an S? This is going to do my head in. Can you get the site up? Oh, this is actually going to do my head in.
Ah, it won't stop. Okay.
Seattle, thank you so much. Doctor Whoever, thank you. Thank you so much. Seattle, it was in Seattle. Oh, I was about to be sleepless over Seattle. Can you believe that? Can you believe that irony? Is that ironic? My dear.
Throw a reference like that at me. That's hilarious.
They protest in Seattle. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I just started. I was like,
that.
Great. I knew it as well.
I just did. Yeah.
My brain was like, this is going to be too funny to wake up to tomorrow. After
I can hear Grandma Bird sweeping, and I told her to wait until I was done streaming, and I would sweep. You want to
go tell Grandma Bird to stop and be like, Chats told me. Bluffer insisted.
Oh. She could have heard me through the floor because I heard her stop.
Tell Grandma Bird I've sent some sweets. I've sent some candies.
She's going to be so excited, and she's going to be so excited to do a puzzle together.
It's been sent. It's been sent. I sent it.
I'll find a way to take away the pain. I'll find a way to take away the pain.
No, it's not the pain. It's not you can take away pain. It's my soul left my body at the post office. And it's gone.
I know.
I am but a humanoid. You read that in the book. Hi, Rika. Thank you for being here.
Legit. My heart is so full. All you scallywags. God. Okay.
I didn't turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. There we go.
We are officially.
We're doing it.
Starting. Yes. So. I'm gonna.
Joe, I was like, I'll send everything at once because that's less trips.
I told you
less trips is better, but then I was like, why? More. Yeah, and then I went, and then obviously had to pay for it all at once, and I sent 3 packages with 3 loads of customs forms. We wouldn't have this, Joe. Not me and you. No. We'll be fine. Look. No.
This is my Joe's royalty. I mean, really.
This is. Okay, right. Let's get on with the show. I've got my notes here. We've got everything set up. I'll switch over the lights. Well, I'll try and turn this one on, which will automatically turn that one off for whatever reason.
There we go. Look at that. I had to start a new one because I spilled coffee on my sketchbook.
Did you, or did you just not like it?
I spilled coffee on part of the page, and then I used that as an excuse to start a new one.
Oh, the other light didn't turn off. How lovely. Don't we love it when things work?
Yeah.
What a treat.
It's my favorite. Okay, sweater has to come off. It is too warm. I just tried, on Wednesdays we wear pink. I was trying pink cloud, pink sweater.
I wasn't told that. No one told me about the colour coding on the days. I'm not part of the crew.
It's from Mean Girls.
I know it's from Mean Girls. My goodness.
Oh, okay.
Let me have a joke for you.
Also, if nobody watches any of the thing that Rika and Puffer did yesterday, watch the videos that everybody sent in because they were so great.
Oh, they were amazing.
I showed Brad's to Mitch, and he's like, "That's supposed to be a butthole kiss, isn't it?"
I didn't know the butthole kiss was an actual thing. I didn't know it was a.
It's like a little pucker from a beehole. Okay, we're talking about serious things now.
It was the plan. It was the plan.
Yeah. It still is. It still is the plan. I'm going to get my book on the little stand here so I can actually see my notes. There we go. Okay, so where we left off, he was rejoining Scientology, put all of his lyrics in the closet, and was like, I'm not going to go below 2.0 on the tone scale. I'm going to fucking give it my tone 40 and try to do this again.
Yeah, that was
but I don't have the money. That was 15. Yeah, I was just kind of doing like of where we left off.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, you got to spend all this money to get up the, to go clear, or you could do auditing. And so he's chosen to do auditing. I'm going to mute just to blow my nose.
And I presume they make that deal because when they do auditing, that's when they get all of the information they can emotionally manipulate you with or blackmail you with.
Yes, exactly. Disgusting. Disgusting. Do you want to go through the chapter 16?
Yeah, I just feel like another dishonorable mention from chapter 15 is Denise. Still, Denise still sucks. We still do not like Denise.
Denise sucks the whole time, and I hope he hears this and he can feel the contempt for Denise in our voices.
Yeah,
what a piece of work! What a piece of work!
Even mulling it over again, it's just like she's so creepy. Like, what a creep! Like predator, creep, weirdo, like
weird, narcissistic, hovering, controlling, manipulative.
That's like from a horror show.
Oh, for real.
Like sometimes, like I try not to watch anything horror because I don't like it at my worst. But sometimes, if you watch a show and it has something twisted like that in, and I just think, surely there can't really be people out in the world. And then you hear stories and you're like, dear me.
Yeah.
I
They're
will just stay in
Denise.
the jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah, there's no Denises in the jigsaw puzzle.
Nope.
Apologies to anybody who's a great person named Denise. We are not speaking about you.
Oh yeah, that one really taken down the old average. No, I'm joking. No, this is not going to.
Like I said, real piece of work.
Yeah, just this Denise. We are solely talking about this one Denise that might not even be called Denise. He might have changed her name.
He might have changed her name. But you know what's funny? If he did change her name, it'll actually be even funnier because I have a relative named Denise who I have issue with. So
he might not be right, but he's not exactly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. I do have a couple quotes, so if you want me to read quotes while you go over it, just let me know.
Is this from chapter 16?
16.
No.
Yeah. I just wanted to do a little recap because.
Yeah, that's good. Chapter 16, I've got the Great Academy and Student Hat.
Yeah.
I like the way he describes things. He does it in a way that's quite easy for my brain to sort of comprehend and grasp what he's sort of trying to say. And in this, he referred to the student hat, and it's like one of the first things he had to go through. And he said that felt like being in a mental institution, because he needed where he needed the approval of a doctor to leave.
Yeah.
Like that.
But you need an approval of Scientology to see the doctor.
Yeah, if you just started and paid all your money over and they're laying down these things and being like, oh, and you also need permission if you want to leave. That is red flag instantly, surely.
Do you want me to read the quote on that?
Yeah.
You must get permission from the office of L. Ron Hubbard to leave the course before you are allowed to leave. You won't be released if there is any doubt that you are technically inadequate or that your case is considered poor. Give an advanced warning as to when you are leaving. Do not consume or have administered to yourself or any other student any drug, antibiotics, aspirin, barbiturates, opiates, sedatives, hypnotics, or medical stimulants for the duration of the course without approval of the director of training. Do not engage in any rite, ceremony, practice, exercise, meditation, diet, food therapy, or any similar occult, mystical, religious, naturopathic, homeopathic, chiropractic treatment, or any other healing or mental therapy while on course without the express permission of the director of tech or the ethics officer.
And I think that's a fantastic quote to just show when they're like, oh no, we welcome all religions. It's just like, well, how is this one of the first things that you have to complete at the bridge that says you cannot practice any other? It says religions, religious things, ceremonies, exercises, meditation, and food
homeopathy, naturopathy.
It literally says there,
exercise.
And his words cannot be changed. So how are they trying to say anything different is beyond me. Obviously because they lie about everything, but how? Or is it how people believe it because they don't know? Oh, it's still baffling.
Because of the non-consensual hypnosis.
Yeah, and it gets more on that later, doesn't it? I found that quite interesting.
Yeah.
Well, disturbing and just disturbing, but interesting how they sort of found things out.
I just saw what Selfless said. He said Special Agent Denise Bryson from Twin Peaks frowns.
Oh dear, sorry, I've not been looking at chat. Hi everyone. Thank you, Auditing Scientology, for being here. And Kirby's mum, hello. Sorry, I've missed loads.
Yeah, we're in it. We're deep in it right now. We're in the book. We're in the world. We're in the pink cloud.
We're staying on track.
Yeah, whole life track.
You enjoyed that.
I did. Yeah, he was taken aback because he had just fallen in love with singing at the Catholic choir. He was just in love with falling, with doing the singing in the church. That was giving him comfort and joy and peace. And now he's like, what? I'm not allowed to do that? Do I have to seek permission?
Yeah, I think he said. Did he say he was doing something like altar, something as part of the ceremony? As
Yes,
well
yeah.
as part of being the choir.
Oh, I've got it here. I was still singing in Catholic churches and taking part in the rituals as a performer on the altar. I wondered if this would be a problem. Then I discovered I wasn't allowed to discuss my concerns or doubts about their roles or my experiences in the courses. I had to agree to a law of silence.
It's just I was like, well, it's not coercive control because they agreed to be silent and let me do whatever I want and sign over their freedoms and also agree not to ask questions and give us all the money that they can. And what?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is a religious experience, folks. This is really religious, okay? This is gonna make you lighter. Because you'll lose your fucking soul.
Yeah, and noted another part where he said he had to surrender his critical thinking and freedoms, and he remembers being aware of that, like, oh, this is what they're asking me to do and what I need to do. Like, he was aware of that and did it, which obviously he was already indoctrinated, he'd already been hypnotized, he'd already essentially had that high he was chasing again after someone who's been struggling with substance abuse. I understand, but it's still so hard for me to comprehend that you could. I mean, I guess if you're desperate and you have no other way and you're like, this is what it takes, like some cults, they're like, you need to give up all of your financial things and all of your material possessions to prove. I do understand there's different variations and people do get sucked in different ways, but it just seems so counterintuitive to the human condition.
It is. Absolutely. That's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah.
And he's been mentally and physically aware of it since he was subjected to it as a child, but not able to really put it together in that way because of the developing mind.
Yeah. He's at early 20s still at this point, isn't he? So he's still, his brain's still developing.
Mm-hmm. And if you've already been through trauma, you're going to have developmental delays in some ways as well. Selfel said that is the point where the indoctrination is seen by the individual as a positive and a very valuable. You have to start small but build up to that point. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like the frog in the boiling water.
Except that actually doesn't happen with the frog in the boiling water.
Well, but I know,
I know the thing. I'm just saying. I'm so sorry. I'm being pedantic.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll just go, okay, Richard.
People are going to think you're calling me a dick.
No! No, I'm actually referencing the fact that you remind me of one of, like, the best comedians of all time, but that's okay. That's fine.
Okay. Do you think that's a compliment to Richard Iwaddy to say he's one of the best of all time? I think he wouldn't. I think he'd find that quite a ridiculous thing to say.
Well, it's my opinion, so he can pounce in. How about that?
I think he would be like, of all time, no, that's ludicrous.
Yeah,
and then
he would.
Name
that's ludicrous. I can hear him saying it. I can see his face, like, exasperated. Okay, anyway, back to the book. Oh, he's talking about how he knows that it's fucked up, but you can't change it because Hubbard wrote it, so it's perfect. And I have one quote here. According to his teachings, only Hubbard had been able to tame it. Without him, humanoids, in quotes, were left to their own devices and bound to fail. His rhetoric was totalitarian.
I know I would remember hearing that. So I don't know if that's translation or something. If I could have any sort of confirmation if that is a word used in Scientology, because I would just find that
I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised if he used that in a lecture. I would not be surprised at all if he referred to us as humanoids. If anybody knows, that would be great. But otherwise, I'm going to email Holly about it.
Yes, Holly would know.
It says his rhetoric was totalitarian and completely clashed with my values. I believed in fellowship and in the idea that everyone could contribute to making the world a better place. And then there's a Hubbard quote. I don't see how popular measures, self-sacrifice, and democracy have done anything for man except to sink him further into the mud.
Yeah, all right, sunshine there.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta blow my nose again. 1 second, sorry.
These pens are not doing it for me today. They're all like, we're all gonna mess around. Yeah,
they're not the
humanoids. The humanoids thing I've definitely got written down. I put humanoids ? Lol. Doesn't put.
Good, I like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
You see humanoids?
Humanoids. All right. Just call them humans. Be a real Ferengi. God.
Yeah, and then I feel like he had a moment, like a breakthrough moment. He was like, what on earth am I doing? I need to get my money back.
Yeah.
There's been so many highs and lows. Like we're not giving all of the bits in the book that are just going to be moments, but it is so packed and it's up and down and you're like, oh no, oh, like I had sounds coming out of my face hole reading this book.
I did too. There were so many times Mitchell turned around and he was like, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm just reading this.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, he had that moment and then was like, get me the F out of here or I'm going to get a lawyer. And they're like, you can't threaten the Church of Scientology. Are you kidding me? That's a major crime. You could be declared an SP on the fucking spot.
Which would mean say goodbye to your family. That's what they did. They went, oh, yep. Okay. They literally, he said without batting an eye, the woman said to him, oh, you realise that you'd be declared on the spot. All of your family in Scientology would disconnect from you.
Yeah, and if your family wanted to continue bettering themselves, they're going to have to cut ties with you. Otherwise, you're bringing them down.
Yeah.
Just the way they frame that.
It's so disgusting.
You're going to harm your family because of your harmful thinking. Like, what?
Like, I don't know. There's been so many mask off moments in this, and I don't know what's worse. Like, having that weird feeling and pushing it down, which is terrible, or being confronted with the mask off, oh dear, this is the monster I feared. Like, it is like it's I want to say unbelievable, but I don't want to use that word in someone's actual life events. But it's so shocking.
It's a confounding bamboozlement.
It is. It's just it's hard to believe so much has happened. I don't want to say that. It's hard to imagine. It's like unimaginable that so much would have happened to one person in one lifetime, even though, you know, I've heard the stories of other people, you know, who have escaped other cults or countries or situations, let alone the people we've heard of who have escaped Scientology.
I think a good way to say it is the amount of trauma that humans can be subjected to within the first 20 years of their life is absolutely mind-shattering.
And he's the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's such a nice guy. And reading through the books, you can see that his times where he's having the biggest struggle with any sort of cult or any whatever is when they're being, you know, homophobic, racist.
Mm-hmm.
They're the times where he's speaking out and going, hang on a second, what the heck is
This isn't right.
on about? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is just unfathomable that people can deal with so much and just, wow, it despite the odds, seem so okay and lovely despite everything, but they're the people who deal with it. You suffer in silence.
Well, and I could say the same thing about you and the things that you've been through, because I haven't been through it.
Yeah. I'm a shell of a person, though, to be fair. I just avoid, anxious, avoidant.
You've been through some shit. A lot of people have been through some shit. It's
have as
hard.
well. But the thing is, you
yeah.
just keep going, isn't it? It's just hard to imagine other people's, because you're like, I don't even think that you really think about your own trauma, do you? Just like, yeah, that happened next. I don't actually want to think about it in detail.
And this we're thinking about, we're considering, we're being mindful, we're like trying to analyze. We don't do that with our own stuff.
Yeah, well, I do, but it's just I have to be ready. You don't spring that on yourself, do you?
Yeah, you don't just like, yeah. It's like something you have to actively think down and like mindfully do. It's not like just a natural thing. Like when you're reading a story, you just kind of jump into that. Or, you know, reading an experience, sorry, not a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's oh. Do you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I went on the link. I went on the Amazon link, and I got the thumbnail that I'm using here off the Amazon.
Oh yeah,
link,
I noticed.
because I went on Amazon to the book link, and as I was getting the book link to put in the description, I thought, oh, I'm going to do this, and you know, be not as rubbish as I normally am. And did I put the links that I went there for in the description? Nope. Didn't do that. Didn't do that. Why would I do that? Oh dear. Okay.
Selfless said it's all a mental prison, but sometimes you have to face the monster after you are so far down the line that the sunk cost fallacy has you dismiss it in any way that's handy to you. Yeah. When you're so far past it that doesn't even matter anymore. He also goes over the Hubbard style confession.
Yeah, so yuck.
Yeah. The fact that it's the fact that it was the Johannesburg confessional developed in his time in South Africa, like, should already have an uncomfortable feeling on your back. Like, your hairs are like, confessional that you developed in South Africa. Okay, sure. And it's nothing like a Catholic confessional. Oh, okay. Awesome. Can't wait to get my ethics in. What an evil man Hubbard was. What an evil, evil man.
Yeah, so a lot of racist questions in there, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Can you hear my dog chewing the ball?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna shut the door. Okay. Okay.
Right. This is the auditing that you have to do before you go on the bridge.
Is this in the student hat or is this in KSW?
This is in this is just same chapter, and it's the Hubbard style confessional. And this is when he's like in 95, he's got the auditor with the female is auditing him, and he's like, well, I'm already uncomfortable because it's a woman auditing me.
Yeah. I just didn't know whether it's part
and then
of
he goes over the e-meter.
Yeah. Oh, before we get to e-meter,
Yes.
I just want to flag up that he's been to AA, he's got through so much stuff already. He describes himself as a former alcoholic, as substance abuser. He started drinking again, found himself in, having too much, not being able to stop. And he's gone to his auditor about that, I believe. And they've said, no, that's no issue at all. As long as you don't drink for 24 hours before session, you're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you're okay. You could be a functioning alcoholic as long as you function here.
So that is surely like
morally fucked up.
Yeah, all of the bad things. If someone is advising you,
all of the bad things.
It is like,
yeah.
I've had too many words in my brain, and I don't have that many to come out. I'm just like,
no, that's a good way to say it. It is all of the bad things. It's disgusting. Yeah. You nailed it, honestly.
But yeah, it's just horrific. And then yeah, onto e-meter stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I feel like he would have a super interesting talk with Powerlies.
Yeah.
If that is something that could happen, that would be fantastic. Can you use your bird powers to summon Powerlies to chat?
Powerlies. Right. Okay, so yeah, he got he went through the e-meter thing, and it was like he was seeing the world through a different filter. It was like taking the perfect pill. He was floating so much that he had a persistent floating needle, and he had to wait to come back to Earth in order to do more auditing.
Yeah, I think it's also noteworthy that one time he had an electric shock from the e-meter because the auditor set it wrong. And then the needle started doing something weird, and the auditor was like, "Oh," writing it all down. He's like, "You've put the wrong wires into the wrong place," and they're like, "Oops, silly me." But fancy just electric shocking people and going, "Oopsie daisies." No.
Oh gosh, I don't have my trigger warning paper down here.
Oh dear.
Okay, so trigger warning, jazz hands. Irrelevant questions. Well, first of all, it was the binge drinking and guilt over the relapse brought him back down to earth. So he was allowed, because he was so depressed again, he was allowed to go back to auditing.
Imagine,
isn't that nice?
With it. If you're happy now, how do we take credit for your happiness afterwards?
Exactly. You got a floating needle. You gotta come down. You gotta come back to Earth, man. You gotta go bum yourself out and then come back. I want to read this one part that says, during one of the early sessions, the auditor asked me personal questions about my past, such as, have you ever had sex with a member of your family? Have you ever practiced homosexuality? I found these questions particularly intrusive, sorry. The confessional felt more like an excavation of my old sins than a corrective measure. Even those I found out of context and irrelevant, at least here in Canada. Have you ever been involved in an abortion? Are you a communist? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? Have you ever been intimate with a person of color, implying that it's a destructive and reprehensible act? And he says, upon hearing that question, I was instantly offended. I had always opposed racism.
Good egg.
Fucking damn good egg. Right there. Just being asked the question, physically revolted. As you should be. As you should be. All of those questions are revolting. Of course I'm a homosexual communist. What are you talking about? This is Canada. I really have to keep working on this because I'm not making any progress on any pieces. Is anyone else starting to get spring mania?
Spring mania?
Yeah, like I'm starting to get like manic because the sun's coming out, I think. Like I couldn't sleep last night. I was like up at 8 o'clock. I was like, let's go. I'm not a morning bird.
No,
I don't want the early worm.
It's not the early worm, it's the early bird catches the worm. It's just a worm. Sorry. I don't mean to be like this, but I understand why people don't like me. Just in case anyone's like, do they hear it? I hear it. I hear it. It's not, it's annoying. I get it.
No, it's hilarious. It's the banter. It's great.
I annoy myself.
I thought it was
just in
funny
case
as
anyone's
heck.
wondering.
No, it's funny because I say things wrong and have too much hyperbole built into my default state. Therefore, I
say everything
balance.
literally, and I will do this. I will interrupt myself to correct myself multiple times. Like I'll just argue with myself. Like I'm like being around. Well, I don't want to compare myself because I don't want to insult anyone. But it's not a fun time. Oh,
well,
unless
like,
you want to
okay,
laugh
I'll give
at
you an
me,
example.
then yeah, that's okay. Go on then.
I'll give you an example. Mitchell was talking about. I heard him say over here something, and he said something about a vampire hog, and I was like, "What? Like a boar? Like a vampire hog? Like who would turn a hog into a vampire?" And he's like, "No, I was asking if there's any vampire dick." And I was like, "What? You're calling it a hog?"
You haven't answered anything. You've just given me more questions that I don't want to know the answer to. I would like to move on. Pass, please. I choose to pass in this subject, please.
So sorry.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, let's keep going.
Anyway, Arnie Lerma. Apparently, proper good researcher. No, I've actually jotted them down because I would like to look into it more and learn more. Apparently, they discovered a lot of things about the e-meter, and
which
it's
is a TENS device.
Yeah, basically being used like a TENS device, but for hypnosis.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely want to look into that research more. But this book is so well researched, and the references are amazing.
And the poetic succinctness of the story is just
And the lyrics. Oh, he just treated us to some amazing lyrics.
Oh, and we're not going to read them. You got to read the book if you want the lyrics.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
you got to get the book. Yeah, he Arnie Lerma was one of the early activists. He exposed the e-meter in 1999.
Yeah.
I have a quote here from Ronald DeWolf, which is Hubbard's son. He changed his name because who wouldn't? Scientologists use high-tech brain stimulation to make people more hypnotizable. Stanford medicine scientists use transcranial magnetic stimulation to temporarily enhance hypnotizability in patients with chronic pain, making them better candidates for hypnotherapy. The researchers found that participants who received the neurostimulation showed a statistically significant increase in hypnotizability, scoring roughly 1 point higher. The sham group experienced no effect. So the e-meter literally preps you for hypnotizing.
Yeah.
It puts your body in a place where it is vulnerable and susceptible. Yeah. Did you just call it hypno foreplay?
No comment.
Oh my god.
I feel like I need to redeem myself after yesterday's stream, and I'm not doing a good job.
TiltyBird, TiltyBird. Why is Scientology such a piece of shit? Yeah. Also, they talk about how Hubbard, who, the drug addict, referred to himself as the Antichrist.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted the e-meter to trick Scientologists. There you go. I think that's the end of chapter 16.
Yeah.
Oh, God, this part really grinded my gears.
I know. I've started chapter 17 with very, capital letters, all capital letters. It says, no trust, no justice, no accountability.
Exactly. Well said.
I was very upset at the start of chapter 17. Oh, I tell you.
It was a breach. It's titled A Breach of Confidentiality. It's a breach of fucking everything. It's a breach of everything.
Yes, it's a breach of common sense. It's a breach of foresight. It's a breach of integrity. It's a breach of everything.
Yeah. I would call this move a total bonehole.
Cool who?
I got distracted because I was reading the chat.
Oh, what's chat saying? Hi, chat. Sorry, I forgot about you again.
Selfless said stole it from Crowley, didn't get what he was putting down. Yeah.
Did you hear the introduction?
There when we read the Jack part?
The Jack Parsons. Wait, Selfless. If you haven't heard this,
you read it.
Huh?
You read it. You say it.
Sorry. Jack Parsons in this book was introduced as a guy Hubbard watched masturbating for 12 days in a row.
Yeah. In a row. Consecutively. For a ritual. I'll never not think of that now.
That is hilarious.
Like, anytime I ever hear the name Jack Parsons, that's going to be the thing that comes out of my mouth. Like, that's ingrained into my autism now. Like, that's just going to come out as a fact.
Yeah, I don't like the things that ingrain themselves in there, though. I like choice.
I can't pick. True story on the heroin and everything, says Selfless. There you go. Verified by, Uncle Selfless himself.
Yeah. Jack Parsons.
Riding the horse and his own hog.
And Crowley. What? Oh, hi, Haggis Basha. Oh dear. If you knew the hand sweat that I had, the palm sweatage.
Okay. Whew. Okay, I'm back up. I'm off the floor. We're good. I got it. I'm okay.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. So basically, oh, what's happening?
Sorry, go
Do you want
ahead.
to get out?
No, I just
Get
can't.
out.
I just
Tell me.
I just thought of a Scientology parody band called Jack Parsons Hog. I can't. Anyway,
Okay.
let's just move on to the book.
Okay. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. So the reason I got so upset, he was seeing a girl who was in Scientology, and she asked him something about his past, and he was like, where'd you get that information? To find out that someone who was an ethics officer had read it in his file, and he just found out that basically they're all just reading the ethics folders, and there's no security, there's no people can just read it and spread it on for gossip.
Yeah.
And he reported it, and his ethics officer basically was just like, yeah, go over it. Nothing happened to the person who had took that information and spread it. Nothing happened at all. Like literally nothing happened. And then he realized
he kind of got in trouble for bringing it up.
Yeah. And then he'd seen there was people who would like just left prison. Like, I don't know what they'd left for. I don't know. I don't want to judge people, but I'm just saying, like, yes, I think it's amazing for people to come out and they've paid their dues. And, you know, you can't tell someone they've paid their dues and then make them carry on paying for the rest of their life. Like, that's not fair, in my opinion.
It doesn't work like that. Yeah. If they've paid their dues, they've paid their dues. You don't get it both ways.
Yeah. But to let people who've come straight out of prison then straight away be ethics officers, or let them have access to these folders full of everyone's crimes, full of, you know, this could be a young person going and saying that they've been abused, and then that person being like, well, that's my next victim. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It's so disturbing on so many levels, and they don't care. And the fact they're not penalizing people, they're not pulling people up, just shows that they're oh, what's the word? My brain's not working.
Predatory?
No, it's like they're not only not stopping it, but they're like sort of accommodating for it. They're like,
oh, they're it's enabling. It's like a self-enabling. Yeah.
Thank you. We knew you had it. You would give it me. You just hoarded all the words brain.
We're sharing a brain cell today.
Yeah.
Stolpa said the whole point is that everybody on the lower levels are exposed to everybody else on the lower levels. This makes it easier for anybody on the top to control all of them. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Oh, there was one later on. I don't think I wrote it down because it didn't seem anything, but he was like driving around with someone who was essentially just looking for sausages for his superior, and he was like, yeah, I have to do this all the time. And he was like, this is disgusting use of a Sea Org member. Like, what?
Yeah, and the church has to pay for the gas, or the person driving has to pay for the gas out of their very, very small pocket.
To go find this greedy person, this favourite sausages. They said sometimes they'll be driving around all day looking for them.
Get your TRs in and go get me my fucking sausages. What the hell? The thing is that the thing that really, really bothers me is that she didn't even like. It'd be one thing if she went out of her way to find his folder and read it herself because she wanted to know. That's one thing. I'm not saying that's any better. First of all, I'm not saying that's any better. But the fact that she knew someone who was a former ethics office at the Montreal organization and asked him, hey, do you know anything about this person I'm going to go on a date with? And they're like, oh, yeah, let me tell you all about what's in his folder. That just
they were
shows
all
you how
together as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
That's someone just doing that just to be bad-minded.
And so you could be like, do you know if there's anybody who's had like any issues with their mom? Because I think I could exploit that pretty good. Or, you know, like that's I can't. Oh, we can use that against them. Oh, that'll be handy in the next time I have to confront them. Like I can't. It's framed as a place to make you feel better about the things that you've done, but it's just it's compromise. It's compromise. It's blackmail compromise. As Gandalf said, keep it secret, keep it safe.
Yeah. Yeah, another thing is that he had to memorize the tone scale.
Yeah, I couldn't memorize that. The math is wrong.
Sucks. Yes, exactly. How? Memorize it with what? Logic?
Exactly.
No. Maths? No.
There's no logic. There's no logic. There's no pattern. There's no
English? No, because you have conflicting. Like this makes no sense.
Yeah. No sense at all. Oh, and then he goes into the PTSSP course. Identifying the 12 characteristics of a suppressive person.
Yeah.
Oh, so, yeah, that's where he had to memorize the tone scale.
Yeah, and he had to like find out and memorize all of the PTS people, like homos and merchants of chaos, aka journalists.
Yes. Yeah, merchants of chaos. They call me Chaos Monger. I don't know why I did that. Oh, and anything that had psych in the name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then he wanted to do the upper indoctrination, but there wasn't anyone who was able to do the same course at the same time. So he decided to do the Purif.
Just absolutely. And he did a month-long Purif. He's done a month-long Purif, and he's $8K down in a year. $8,000 down in 1 year. And he's not doing good. He's not happy.
No.
He doesn't want to be there doing the courses.
Once again, I wondered why authorities hadn't at least required the Church of Scientology to inform clients about the potential risks of the program. They'd received warnings about the dangers of the purification rundown. Was it all in the name of religious freedom, or some Scientologists hold positions of power in the government? Well, we know which one it is. Only a couple weeks in, he started getting heat stroke and dissociation, which he thought was an emotional release.
I am finished with this picture for now.
Oh. I have a really good quote highlighted here.
Yeah?
Cults start seducing people with love bombing, paying a great deal of attention to, and being very affectionate with potential recruits. A very effective way of connecting with someone who is feeling lonely and isolated. Then they assault and overwhelm their senses by using various techniques to induce a dissociated state, an altered state of consciousness, a trance state in which mind and body are disconnected from each other. These techniques include sleep and food deprivation, drumming, chanting, lecturing on and on for hours, flashing lights, spinning around in circles, all of which assault the senses and break down a person's ability to think. The cult uses mind control to fill the dissociated mind with their beliefs and magical thinking. That is why the Purif is at the first step of the bridge.
It also sounds a little bit like, Zoolander, the first movie.
Oh my God!
Before they do the Derelict Chic show.
Oh my God! Relax.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I wonder if that's literally where I wouldn't even be surprised.
Hollywood.
I would
Probably.
not be surprised if they totally based that on that.
I didn't think that reading it, but just hearing you say it, I was like, does that sound like Zoolander?
That's literally what happens in Zoolander.
Yeah.
Literally.
Like, get you into
They
the
hook
spa,
them up into a thing, make them feel good. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, I just had a big gasp because I just realised I posted that off to you. I didn't put your birthday bird in it. I haven't finished it.
Oh, well, that's okay.
But I could finish it now, but I could also ruin it. Can't do that. So finish it now or no?
I think you should do whatever you want to do.
I don't know what to do.
I'm really having trouble finishing a piece on stream. Like,
well, you'll finish that one, won't you? Oh no, I suppose because you've only just started it.
Yeah, I mean, if I really bust my butt, I can. Because I keep looking at the book and then moving around and getting distracted and distracting myself. I blame myself, really. I'm the one at fault.
Oh, I've got loads of ones I can finish, yeah.
I take accountability for my failure.
Oh, look,
Brad, not yet. The mail hasn't come yet today. But also stuff takes a little longer to get to me because I'm on an island. But I will let you know as soon as it does.
This is my doodle piece.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you. Appreciate you saying.
Oh, I like that a lot. I like the rainbow.
Thank you.
That's funny because I have a little rainbow thing here that I was working on too. Well, bam!
Feeling the gay today. Oh,
look at that.
Lovely, lovely.
I have a little bit of nausea and I don't know why.
Nausea?
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. I was feeling angry.
Maybe it's because we were about to get to the part where he actively participated with the CCHR. Maybe that's why I'm nauseous. CCHR makes me nauseous. I think I'm going to have OT 420 just in spite of CCHR right now.
This one? Can I finish this one?
Ooh, yeah!
Or this one?
That one. No, the other one. That one. I love that. Ooh, Brad got art supplies today.
Oh, lovely.
I love that.
Sorry, I'm eating sweets.
Brad, my family loved the videos that everybody sent. I showed my family because I was such a dork about it. I was like, Miriam, and Joe, and Haggis, and Ashley, and Keith, and Brad made a butthole kiss, and it was like,
and Ashley said, "Fuck Norman," and I was like, "Yeah, fuck Norman."
Oh my god! I was sobbing, and then I like lifted my arms in the air. I was like, "Yeah, fuck Norman." I'm still kind of like on the energy high of that. Maybe that's part of the problem.
Maybe, yeah. All of them are so nice. Like, Keith got the Star Trek in there.
Yeah.
Miriam wrote a beautiful poem.
I know. It was. I can't. I'm gonna cry. We can't talk about it anymore.
Because you know the little troll, the gnome troll. Why say troll? Gnome, the little gnome.
It's a little gnome. Yeah.
That was funny. It was meant to be funny. I'm sure everyone laughed at it.
It was great.
But Brad, whatever weirdo humour spot I've got, and he tickled it good, and it was a lingerer. Away and it comes back like a Jeffrey. It goes away, but it comes back, and it goes away, but it comes back. Why everyone likes the Jeffrey. That's what it was. It's probably been over a dozen times. It's a sad amount of times that I've laughed just remembering the video, not even watching it again, just remembering it,
just thinking about it.
Like I went full.
I don't know how you kept it from me.
You know them things outside the second-hand car places that are full of like wind. Those
the
wind
wacky waving inflatable arm inflatable tube man.
Yeah, I went full that. Waved every limb everywhere and just mounted on the floor, and I was like wheezing, couldn't breathe the first time I seen it. I was a mess. I was a mess of a human being.
And you kept it a surprise.
Do you know how it was? How hard it was not to reference and be like, so do you think these lyrics are too oh my god, when they did nope. Oh, isn't Joe the sweetest? Nope.
Yep, you couldn't.
No, it was.
And
horrific.
now in hindsight, I'm like, you were a little quiet.
I was very bloody quiet because I can't keep my mouth.
No, you weren't too soppy. It was the best thing ever. It was the sweetest, kindest, most heart-filling, heartwarming, soul-enriching thing I've ever experienced in my entire life. And every single word that was said by everyone will never leave my mind or my heart.
And we had
the kindness will be infused in my feathers.
We had half an hour on the phone before this that I just had to keep trying to talk. And then in the end, I was like, I'm just shoving things in my face now.
Yeah, here's candy floss.
I made myself feel so sick with sugar, which is a stretch for me, for just pulling candy floss in my face, because I was just looking at the time being, ha, yeah, good one. You're like, what?
And Rika was like, did you look at YouTube? Like, did I spoil it? And I was like, no, Fluffer was so freaking good at keeping me distracted. And then you mentioned, oh, Taskmaster's going to do a day-long stream. And I was like, oh, sweet. So I didn't even think to look at YouTube, because I was like, oh, well, if it's a day-long, you showed me the picture, it's a day-long stream. Perfect. I don't even need to click it. When I get to the computer, I'll click that. And then you sent me that link, and I thought it was the Taskmaster link. I was like, oh, easy. And it wasn't.
No, click it now. Click it right now. And you're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Happy birthday. Click the link. Please. And then we click on it. It's like 2 minutes load. And I'm like, oh, shit. He was like, what's going on? I was like, nothing's happening. I don't know. Longest 2 minutes of my life.
Yeah, and then it literally took the 2 minutes for me to realize what was happening.
I did not do well.
I was like, this isn't what I think. No. At first I was confused, because I thought you sent me the wrong link. I thought you sent me the link to Rika's Christmas stream. Like, that's how bamboozled I was.
Good amount of bamboozling.
Like I said, it was a thorough bamboozlement. I don't use those words lightly. Thorough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're more relaxed now to go on to CCHR. Are we good?
Ugh, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah. Okay. So this poor young man was asked to go with CCHR to protest in Italy.
Frankfurt,
Germany, sorry.
Yes. Wrong access.
We went, did he go to Italy? Oh no, I put Europe.
Maybe yeah, no, it says 95 Scientology's top brass called on everybody to send people to Frankfurt, Germany for a call to arms in response to legal actions taken against the church in that country. I volunteered to go to Europe even though I had no more money. He was sponsored by other Scientologists.
Yeah. And he had to stay in a youth hospital, and he's gone and
he met a group of Scientologists from Italy and went to the rally with them.
Sorry, that's why I had Italy in my brain.
Yeah, you were right.
but he flew to Europe. I'm like, why did I write that for? So yeah, staying in hostels, done all of the marching, done all of the protesting, been with CCHR, you know, protect our so-called religion, all that stuff. And then they're told, okay, everyone go get on the bus after, there'll be food and drinks for you all. Thank you for your help. So they're like, cool, sweet, very tired, take me to the food and drink. They get on the bus.
Give me rest.
And he gets off the bus and he sees everything set up all in chairs and rows, and he's thinking, this is a bit of a weird setup for dinner, but I'm so hungry, I don't care, I'll eat on that, you know. I'm paraphrasing and adding some things in there for my own storytelling value. Please read the book for the actual one, it's much better than I say. Anyway, it's what I imagine he'd be thinking. Yes, and he goes, sits down to find out that it's
surprise
IAS event. Gives you money. He doesn't have money. He's hungry for food. He doesn't have any money. He has hunger.
Yeah.
Can he pay in hunger? Resentment, disappointment, any of the above? So he just went and sat back on the bus, which I think is amazing. Great thing to do. But yeah, he actually he said something that I think that I'd heard, but I don't think
about the money
registered. Yeah.
I have that highlighted.
The IAS is all the money's kept in a tax haven, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So yeah, it doesn't go. They thought it went to help hungry children, and you know.
Yeah, it doesn't help battered women. It doesn't help reduce crime or drug use or kids in need. No. It gets kept in a holding account in Krakow and is entirely separate from the church itself. And the funds are at the disposal of the senior church leaders to use however they see fit, using it to pay private investigators and legal fees for court cases worldwide. I later learned that a significant portion of the funds raised went directly into the pockets of the event hosts and organizers. I, on the other hand, maxed out my credit cards. Horrific. And then he's feeling utterly betrayed, sitting somewhere where he knows that he's stuck in this event against his will, getting bled dry of money. And got to wait by the buses for hours and hours and hours, and it was just awful. I
would be big mad. Don't make me wait while I'm hungry. Don't promise me food and then that is not the one.
If you don't want your shit smashed, don't do that.
I wouldn't smash someone's shit, but I would be tutting.
I'd smash someone's shit.
I'd be tutting. I'd be putting. I'd be shaking my head.
I'd lose it. At that point, hungry, 12-hour drive, having to sit through something, finding out you've been lied to, finding out the money's going to the wrong place. Then you go back onto the boat and you have to wait like another friggin' 4 or something hours for the bus to go back to the youth hostel that you're going into debt to stay at. I would be so mad they'd have to like detain me.
I think I would heckle. I think under those circumstances I would become a heckler.
Yeah, I think you would. I think I'd be there for that too. I'd love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would calm me down, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'd be like about to snap and then you'd start heckling and that would calm me down.
Yeah, I don't know why. When I get really, really quite upset and distressed about something and I go on like a proper rant to let off the steam so my head doesn't explode. I don't know why, but a lot of people find it hilarious. And it gets to a point where people are laughing so much, it sort of brings me out of my really bad mood. But it takes me a while.
I think it's because it's so genuine and relatable.
Well, I don't know. Why do you? This isn't something you like hypothetically think. No, you have laughed at me in distress. That's something you have done. You can speak on your actual experience on it.
That's what I'm saying. That is from my actual experience. It is so relatable and genuine that I can't help but laugh because I'm empathizing on such a level that all I can do is laugh.
But why do other people laugh at me that isn't relatable? Or do you think it is and they're pretending like they're just okay people?
Yeah. I think that's it.
They're phonies. The next time I'm like, why are you pretending to be okay?
It's called neurotypical. Some people are neurotypical. It's okay. We can't blame them.
They're all just falling
blame them. It's not their fault. They're just born that way. Yeah.
Boom. Okay.
Hey, Holly.
Hi, Holly. I keep missing your streams. I keep missing them by like a tiny little smidge. And I'm sorry that in case I was meant to email you about the stream or doing a video and I didn't. And if I was, I'm sorry. And if I wasn't, and Rika emailed you and you didn't respond, then whew, take that off my shoulders.
We should do a triad stream.
You know, every time you go, we should do, and I just go, nope. In my head, I go, nope.
It would be fun if we did another triad stream.
Yeah, I'm like, it would. I think
there we go.
I think
I'm trying. I'm trying to get shoulds out of my. I'm trying to become aware of when I say should and to try to rephrase what I'm saying and what I'm meaning to say.
A petulant child.
Well, I like saying what I mean and meaning what I say, and I know that sometimes things come out how my brain thinks they should, but it's not necessarily how it is meant to come out. Yes, Menage a Ha-Ha, that's what it is.
A Menage a Ha-Ha. Menage a Ha-Ha is copyright to me, I'm afraid. It's something I have been trying to... Oh, no, it's not copyright for me.
Yes,
it's something I'm trying to take off. Take it on. Go for it. It is... It's
everyone's. We'll have it on your channel, Menage a Ha-Ha.
No. I just want everyone to use the word. If one time...
Oh, you want it to take off?
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to copyright.
Okay, so when 3 people are having fun together, it's a Menage a Ha-Ha. Brad, every time I say I'm going to have somebody on my channel, you're the first person I bring up. I got to have Brad on.
I like that Brad likes to burp, and I don't know how that affects our friendship, but that's the truth. Sorry, that could have been an inside thought. I didn't need to say that. But you're so reactive. You're just in your reactive mind.
I'm mocking up my own reactive mind, and I'm going to keep doing it.
No. Brad is mocking your reactive mind. This is a different one. It's similar, kind of same, different.
I see. I see. It is scalawaggery.
From Brad.
At its finest. No, I want to have you on, Brad. We want to paint with you. It's not any I haven't done a live with anybody other than Fluffer because of scheduling stuff. So it's not you. It's me not being able to get my shit together. Mm-hmm. That is the reason. I have to start figuring out my life. It's really what it comes down to.
Yeah. And I can't stream with anyone else because Tilty said I'm not allowed.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I said.
You said
I have intellectual property.
Yeah. You are
copyright.
My friend. You're not allowed to stream with anyone else, even though I sleep for 70 hours a day. Sorry. Even though I sleep 23 hours a day, you're not allowed another friend. I'm like, oh, okay.
I literally wrote that down in a contract.
Yeah. Billionaire contract. Of course.
Exactly. 420 billion year contract, actually.
Yeah. Careful what you sign, kids.
Yeah. Want to be my friend? Careful for what you wish for. Might come true.
There you go. Or what you actively fight against. That can also come true.
Yeah.
Like, just speaking like
I feel like
world
that's a dig at me.
No, I just thought then when I was like, no, I was just thinking like, yeah, like worldly terms.
Yeah.
That's more of a dig at
Brad
current
says he
events.
feels unloved.
How?
Now we're getting gaslit.
Yeah, no, I don't accept the return to sender on that one. Try harder.
Return to sender. Flunk. Try again.
I dropped my pen. I dropped the Sharpie. No, on my jumper. It stained.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, is it the one that you got paint on and ash on?
Yeah.
Then
well,
that's fine.
That's basically all of them. No, it's not fine. Sorry. It's fine.
I know. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. When we had lunch yesterday, I was in my Lara shirt and I was like, I don't want to get I don't want to get anything. I don't want to get any food on my shirt. This is my favorite shirt. I don't want to get food on my Lara shirt. So my mom reached over and tucked a napkin into my
Father sweet.
It was really funny. I was like, I didn't even think to do that. I was just like having a panic moment, and she just reached over and did it, and was like, "Here, just cover the shirt."
You could have tried really hard not to spill food down your face as well.
That's kind of what I was doing. I was like hovering kind of over the table and eating at a weird angle, and she's like, "I can't watch you do this anymore."
You like eat like you put like your hand under.
Yeah,
Like,
I did.
You eat like this. I do it.
Yeah.
I stopped caring how I look when I eat after when I was at college, doing furniture.
Yeah.
I was eating something at lunch, and someone took a picture of me. And by the time I got back to the class, the whole class had that picture. And to be fair, it did look like I dislocated my jaw to get this whatever I was eating in my face. And they were just like calling me a snake, like a whatever snake it was. I can't remember. But I was like, I can't even argue. I fully look like I've dislocated my jaw to shove that in my greedy fucking face.
Oh my
god. Yeah. So after that, I was like, yeah, like if I've been doing that my whole life, then yeah, like why try and stop?
I mean, that's the way it is. And if people don't appreciate it, then they don't appreciate it.
Yeah, and also I just probably shouldn't eat around people.
Brad said, what worries me is if all three of us stream together, it will bring on the apocalypse. Maybe that's what we need.
It's happening. That's what we need. It's already happening. It's nothing to do with us. It's happening. We're just making the best of it.
Yeah. Maybe if we do that, we'll turn it into a horrible apocalypse to a humor apocalypse. Oh yeah.
There we go.
Also, I am working on a project to send out some Scallywagon Day cards.
I'm never going to the post office again.
I know. That's okay. You don't have to.
Thank you, because I'm not.
I will never ask you to go to the post office ever again. And yes, the four of us. Oh my god, we'll be the four suppressives of the humorocalypse.
DB Crim Crew. I think over three, we can be a crew.
Yeah.
We're a crew.
Yeah, DB Crim Crew of the humorocalypse.
There we go.
Holly comes down and gives everybody rage hemorrhoids. And then Brad comes down and gives everybody flatulence.
Holly, have you heard of humanoid being used in Scientology before?
That was the question. Did L. Ron Hubbard ever refer to people as humanoids?
But then I also realized, I'm like, Holly's made a robot so we don't have to annoy her. Like, we could use it, couldn't we? That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, but then we don't get to talk to Holly.
Robot, chat, GPT. Did I say robot?
Yes.
Am I just putting up these permanent markers and just losing all my brain cells? I'm going to put the permanent marker down a second.
Keith's here. Keith, I gotta say thank you so much for the amazing message. It made my whole day. I was on cloud deep space 9.
My hands are massive. And I got big hands. Like piano players, apparently. Trying to play fingers.
Keith said, I'm glad there's butt stuff going on.
There's what?
Keith said, I'm glad there's butt stuff going on.
Where?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I said rage hemorrhoids. Maybe he came in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's I will preface, that is a paint. That is a paint color.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Miriam. And thank you so much, Keith. It really meant a lot. It really, really meant a lot.
I've sent something off to you.
Holly said she will use the bot on our behalf. Yes.
Awesome. Humanoid. That's the
humanoid.
Word clear today.
You know, I can totally see him using it. I just don't know where he has. Like, I don't doubt that he used it. I just want to know. I want to hear the context in which he says it. Oh, Brad, this is not the... I should have known that using pink and a circle would come back against me at some point, and Brad just proved me right.
What?
He said I'm painting the inside of a butthole.
To be fair, it looks like intestines a little bit from here. It's not finished.
I'm using pink again.
Wow. I don't know if it is just the colour.
Look at this. You just made me change pages. Look at this.
Why? Oh, stop. Stop it. You can't. You can't be this easy to wind up because it's going to be like...
I know.
Brad's new favourite thing.
It's already his favourite thing.
Yeah, this is going to be his special interest. What's your special interest? Winding up Tilty on the internet?
Yeah.
Super niche.
I like antagonizing Canadian birds.
Yeah.
No, not geese.
Kind of my Jimmy Jam.
Yeah.
Did I send you that video when I was at the park and then this squirrel jumped up my leg on my shoe?
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
I love that.
But also,
it reminds... Go ahead.
I just think also you should fear me as a human. Like, I still want you to have enough sense to...
Oh yeah, like you're a friend of animals, which means people beware.
No, I feel like the animals should be more wary of people.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But I don't know if they're doing that to other people.
I don't think they are. I think they know that you're a comrade, really. Like,
I kind of want to hang around before they see me and just see how they interact with other people. But then if someone comes to me like, oh, hey, how you doing? What you doing here? And I'm like, I'm actually doing a little recognition on the birds and squirrels there, just seeing how they act with other people, seeing if they treat me special, or I'm going to sound worse than I am.
You're doing biodiversity observation research.
I'm not going to remember that. I'm going to tell them what I'm doing, and then I'm like, that's weird. And I'm like, I know.
Yesterday, a peacock pretty much walked right up to my dad.
A peacock stole my sandwich. I got a video of that. I'll send you. Cheeky things there. It was right out of my hand. I was eating the sandwich. This is what I mean.
I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, a lot of the animals aren't like, I'm not like they're like, and they come in and make my bed. No, they claw and climb at my face, go on my hair, shit all over me. Squirrels jump at me, take a what? Peacock come nab my sandwich out my mouth. Like, it's not. I do love it, and I love animals, and I literally wouldn't hurt a fly. I usher them.
It's not Disney fairy tale.
Yeah.
It's not Disney fairy tale. It's nature's doormat.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm so sorry. I just had to say it.
It is. It's accurate. It feels like I really do like them. I especially like birds.
Well,
Squirrels, of course. Well, yeah, naturally.
Anyone with good sense does.
Yeah, if cats started doing that to me, I would freeze. Like I would freeze like on their new scratch post.
Oh, I'm a cat man, sir. I walk down the street and I'm like, hey man, and that cat will just like walk up and be like, sup, and flop over at my foot, and I'll be like, pet, 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 and they'll be like, oh, Smokey hasn't let anyone touch them in years. I'm like, okay.
See, cats like to come around me, and I will stop and I will try to politely pet one, maybe if it wants to be. But sometimes I think they just like the power of seeing me scared and smelling.
Remember that cat that was stalking you?
It was stalking. Thank you. It was stalking me.
It was totally scoping you out. It was checking you out. It was following you. It was deeking around, trying to be sneaky and covert. It wasn't.
Crossing over the road here and there.
Yeah, just... you cheeky little gremlin.
Oh. I feel like I've got us way off track.
Keith said he'd never... a peacock ate my sandwich. I never thought I'd hear that sentence in my life. And then Selfel said real peacocky behavior.
I'm going to find the video and I'll upload it as a short. I promise you all. Oh, unless it was on my phone, I'll drop down the toilet, then I have no proof.
No, not the P phone.
Well, I really do need to take P phone to get the stuff off it somewhere, somehow. Like that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save the content there.
Damn.
How much time? We got a half hour, and we got to keep going on.
So we have. Are we on chapter 18?
Putting us back on the rails. Yes.
We're chapter 18.
Yes.
Okay. I don't have a lot written on chapter 18 at all because I think I just got too into it. Not that you can get too into it, but.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, it's easier for me because I'm highlighting on what I'm reading, right? So I'm able to just highlight as I go. So it does make it a little easier for me to pull snippets out.
I've got the TR drills with twins, and instruct you have to instruct the Thetan to sit the body down. Thetan, I instruct you, sit your humanoid meat body down.
Put your humanoid in the chair.
Thetan, sit.
Some of
Thetan.
These sentences, though, like in another TR, I had to acknowledge their questions so thoroughly that they felt heard and no longer needed to keep talking.
See, in some of the things you hear in Scientology, and it can be like, oh, I can see that. I can see that in people who are trying to heal from it. I can see
that's
where that pain came from. But then in other things, it's just like, what? So there's people who have done these drills who just have no recollections of certain ones then.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on what you did, right? What courses you did. And...
yeah. But this is at the start of going up the bridge. Still.
Yeah. This is when he's being introduced to TRs 5 through 9. They were openly presented as auditing processes, though it felt odd since we were now training to physically control individuals. However, I quickly understood why they were considered therapeutic when I experienced extreme dissociation again during one of these exercises. Yeah, he had to demonstrate that he had the skill to convince a Thetan to obey. You don't have to convince the body to obey. You have to convince the Thetan controlling the body to obey.
But it's so much easier if you had like Scooby snacks for Thetans. Like good Thetan. Here's a cookie.
Oh, what would a Thetan treat be? Little zip zap of electricity? I don't know.
Yeah. And I'm not sure.
Is there a TR to have someone help you scratch your electric ribbon? Because I mean, those probably get itchy.
I think your electric ribbon probably scratches itself, does it not?
Well, that's a good question. That's a really good question for Ronbot, for Holly, for when we stream.
Does one's electric ribbon get itchy? Only if you don't wash it. That's the answer.
Yeah,
that's the answer.
Boom, boom. Have you washed your electric ribbon? I want to know. I want to know.
Yeah. Number one cause of itchy ribbon. Lack of thorough washing.
Holly said she can't find anything right now, but I can have Ron make some shit up.
Well, that is in Ron's nature.
The thing is that like the stuff that Ronbot writes makes more sense than the stuff that actual Ron writes. But it sounds like it sounds exactly like it was written by him. It's just more logical.
Yeah, what would you do, Holly, if someone, like, if there was like a group of indies who were like, you hold the actual, like, you have the reincarnated LRH.
Oh my god!
Believe that he said he was going to come back, and he has through you.
LRH is back in as AI.
Worship him. What would you do if people started worshipping your bot there?
He dropped the body and turned into a bot.
I'm like, they'd be like, Holly is rocking a body. Like, hey, Holly, rocking that body. I'm saying bottom, by the way. Talking about the bot.
BOTTY.
Yeah.
I want to read this one paragraph here. Sometimes my twin would resist slightly to make sure I could control the body. Throughout the drill, I had to treat my twin as a Thetan when speaking to him. Hubbard instructed us through his material to use the highest level of the tone scale when addressing the Thetan. So you can't address the Thetan on low tone scale. You have to be the highest tone scale when addressing the Thetan. You have to operate at levels of action, games, postulates, and ideally, tone 40, serenity of being, avoiding the lower emotions at all costs.
Like empathy. Sorry, how are you not meant to use things like empathy whilst getting people to feel very hurt?
Empathy and sympathy are way too low tone. Are you kidding me right now?
Sorry, it's like I keep trying to make sense of it and then being like, you can't. It's fine. Get over it.
You can't make it make sense. It's not sense makeable. It's not. It's so far removed from anything you could call logic that
it's like
it makes
trying to
spin.
Sniff the color purple enough to know what number it would be.
Exactly.
It's like you can't, and it's stupid, and don't try.
Well, the reason why you don't is because you haven't done a full life track to find out why you can't smell purple, first of all.
Well, you need to smell what number it is. It's not even smelling purple. There's multi-layered fuckery.
Which is, I mean, that is Scientology. Multi-layered fuckery.
I just...
That's it. You wanna sum it up in 3 words? There you go.
like there's so many bad things wrong with it. I actually am a little bit annoyed with myself for how annoyed I get about all of like the mathematical issues with everything, because I'm like, this is so low down on the things that
this is how you can tell we're autistic.
I am annoyed about all of the things. I really genuinely very angry, very upset. I have to limit myself sometimes because I get so upset and angry, but
absolutely
there's just so many things to be upset and angry about. You have to fuck the maths up as well. Everything about it is so anger-inducing and ridiculous and unnecessary and not a fucking piece of it. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just saying bye to Brad. Brad left. I have a hard time seeing chat right now, so I've probably missed quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been very neglectful as always. Sorry.
I don't have chat up on something else because I've got the book up on the thing that I usually have chat up on.
Oh, bye, Brad.
And I have to like go behind my tripod to see the chat. So
yes, and we've got safe tripod usage.
Yeah, I can confirm the tripod is not attached around my neck.
Thank you. I shouldn't need that confirmation, yet I do appreciate it. Do appreciate it, actually.
I would have done it for Rika's stream. I would have done it for them.
Oh, it is in chapter 18. He goes to music school.
Oh,
I love that for the chapter. There's some really great, lovely things in there as well, but he does start drinking again.
Oh, it's also the sausages. The sausages is in this chapter.
Yeah, and he finds the bare-faced Messiah in this as well, in this one.
Yes. This sentence, I have to read this paragraph. It's a quote. I was shocked and disappointed by this woman's behavior. She was using the Sea Org's human resources to fulfill her gluttony, turning this man into an ordinary sausage hunter. To me, it made no sense. I realized that the Sea Org was nothing like the elite I once thought it was.
Yeah.
Don't turn people into an ordinary sausage hunter.
Yeah, let them be like a joyous sausage hunter for fun. Gratification.
As a treat, you don't have to do auditing. You can go find some sausages. Yes. I'd be right into that. But no. Oh, yes, he's turning 25.
We've missed it.
Yes. And he's
a developing brain.
Yeah, he's 25. He's still trying to get control of his life. He's clinging to Scientology because it was, in his mind, the most stable thing that he had. It was the only social life he had, the only community. But he wasn't interested in doing the things. And then he started to write a couple more lyrics.
Oh, buy the book. Go buy the book.
And yeah, buy the book. I'm not reading the lyrics. You have to read the book to get the lyrics. Those are the treats. Those are the little treats. It's so worth it. Oh my gosh. I every time I read one of his written lyrics, my eyes filled with tears because I could feel it. And through that, he realized that his search for meaning wasn't done. Scientology wasn't giving him what he needed. If he was going to find what he was looking for, it's not going to be in Scientology. And so, yeah, that's when he started. He was avoiding. He was avoiding being classified as having blown because he just didn't start a new course.
Yes, he's in limbo.
Yeah, and so that's when he started singing at bars.
But again, if they've rinsed £8,000 in a year, and then you've been off volunteering from and working from and doing everything, like, how do they expect you to have more money to buy more? Like, it's just
family money, exploitation, crime. I don't know.
It just makes no sense. But yeah, again, none of it does. Anyway.
Miriam said, Fluffer, I switched you with Joe on StreamYard because I have the free version and didn't know if you could make it tonight. Hashtag no mod wars.
No, Joe's the best.
Yeah, Joe's awesome. Joe's chat royalty.
Absolutely.
I need another color for these 3 squares because I don't. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll use this one. I like this one. Cadmium orange.
I did a Miriam stream the other day, modded, and I had Mini Squirrel, and she got to eat dinner listening to like blasting music, and I was like, I'm so sorry because I just done your stream, And I was like, I'm so sorry. That was really bad. Like the most antisocial thing. I make sure it won't happen again. She was like, best thing ever. Best lunch I've ever had. I was like, oh. All right, then.
Sometimes what
Do you know how much
everyone needs
effort
is
I go through to have a sit-down family meal where we really talk about stuff every night? But okay, thanks for that. Best meal. Okay, sweet.
well,
You
I
know
think
what
it's
really
just because
made
it's like
that?
lunch. It's midday, and
No,
she
it
just
was
got to
dinner.
like
It
zone
was
out.
dinner. It was dinner. It was
Oh,
dinner. I know I say
oh,
lunch. It was the evening one.
oh, I see. I see.
I was like, yeah, I thought it was something really special. She was like, actually, your garb ruins it for me, and I just love not hearing it.
I don't think that's what
Say
she
that.
meant.
Didn't say that, but that's what that
Yeah,
was being said. That's
that's how
what
you
was.
took it, but that's
Yeah,
not. Yeah, I think it was just nice for her to get to have a silent zone out meal. It's nice every
but
once in a while.
Wednesdays is a great Nana day because my nan is just so incredible.
Yes,
Couldn't be more thankful. So yeah, she's there on
we love
Wednesdays.
grandmas and nanas everywhere. We appreciate you.
So yeah. Anyway, long way of saying, I'll be going to grab her after this, and yeah, it'd be I don't really want to be making her feel annoyed that I'm on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I want to spend time with
you
her
want her to
for
feel like she has your attention because she hasn't
yeah.
been with you all day. Yeah.
Well, no, I no, she's with me earlier for a little bit. Yeah, she
No, but
didn't half day at school.
yeah, you know what I mean though. Like you're
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
be
I don't
present
want
and
to. Yeah,
attentive and
yeah. Or just really getting used to it and being like, yeah, I'm going to wear my headphones with every meal now. Thank you.
yeah, exactly. No, you're doing everything right. I think that's great.
Yeah. Well.
I ate dinner with my family until I was like 19, and I still try to go down, but then they start talking about stuff that makes me mad and I have to leave. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I
It's
live
not
with a
something
lot of
I had
people
doing
too,
it.
so it's
So
different.
I just wanted to sort of make sure I tried to do that.
That's really special.
Unless you have it all the
I think
time, then
that's
it's like, man, I don't want it.
Yeah, but I think it's an important thing, and even if it's not appreciated in the moment, it will be in time.
Yeah, you speak about loads over lunch, didn't you? That dinner. Well, meals in general, actually.
Meals. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And if it's like a anti-social day of just wanting Xbox and whatever, like I'm reading, drawing, then at
Yeah.
least you've that time at dinner to be like, right, how you doing? What you know what I mean? How's your day?
Exactly. And you can verbal process some stuff that you may not even have known.
Yeah, just check in and be like, are we just having a day where we're just a bit tired and we're just a bit, tapped out socially, or is it something else that
Yeah. Is there something that needs to be addressed and
yeah.
talked about or yeah, exactly.
I'm
I
so
think that's
sorry.
extremely mindful.
I think I keep derailing this.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, his
Miriam said it's
downtown
like you
Facebook
need to
guy.
present you need to present to get the teen rejection.
Yes. Yes. Yes, that old teen rejection. There's a certain look you get that's like something smells so bad I can taste it. Like there's a look in a teen's face that gives that I smell something so bad I can taste it. And when they look at you like that, it just gets you as hard as you're a teen. And I feel like once they've gone past a teen, they lose it. I think there's a just teen look. But
Yeah,
when
I think
you
so.
get hit with it, it makes you feel like you're a teen on the receiving end. It's like, owie.
Yeah, you feel it on the walrus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you not be doing that to my walrus, please? They're very sensitive.
That's right. Okay.
Sorry. Anyway,
Now I need a color for the inside.
Just to wrap up chapter 18, all I've got left is he was sort of probed and asked for contacts to help lobby who might be working in like the government or anywhere when they're going through all their lobbying.
Yeah. Do you know of anyone that we can get our hooks into? It would look real good for you.
Yeah. It's so
Real good.
disgusting. Whole thing.
Anybody who's like, if you've ever had to jump for a treat that wasn't really there, that's what this is like. Like, you're just jumping for a treat that's not there, and everyone knows it's not there, but they tell you it's there, and they're going to get mad at you if you say it's not. And you have to know you're going to get a treat, but there's no fucking treat to get. That's what it's like.
It's a scam. It's a scam.
It's a scam.
And it's not nice getting scammed.
No.
Oh, well, okay, that needs saying, but it's really not nice being scammed. It shatters your whole foundation of trust and your self-belief in if you can like trust your own instincts and am I an actual, an absolute.
Well, they talk about the whole life track. This is a whole life scam. They scam you on every level.
Yeah.
There's no part that they're not scamming you.
No.
First of all, no animals. Okay? I can't. I couldn't. And then I'd be out doing something and I'd see an animal and you can't just like stop what you're doing and go pet the animal. Fuck that. I'm just focused on those birds I saw yesterday. Like, honestly, like I can't not think about those birds, and just like I want to take Lara to see the peacocks.
Okay.
I think that'd be fun. If you've never
how long have we been going? It says 12 minutes.
It says 1 hour and 55.
Oh dear, okay, wrap it up. Chapter 19. Yeah. Psych fear, and this is something I've heard a few people say, and it's fucking heartbreaking because you look and listen and hear the way people say it. Fear of having a lobotomy. He thought he was going to get lobotomized. How many children who grew up with Scientology have you heard say, I thought I was going to get lobotomized? Which is fucking scary. That's not like a joke thing to do. When you actually think about getting getting your head, bashed in to the point where you don't.
They were just going to put a spike through your eye and jiggle your brain around a little bit so that,
Just what a thing to put the fear into kids to then make them be scared of therapy. It's a thing that's going to actually help. Like,
and like they show them like black and white horror movies of old mental health, like old ECT therapy treatments, and it's like, this is what's going to happen to you if you go to the psychiatrist. It's like, that's not it at all.
Yeah. But yeah, just a disgusting thing to put.
Also, because they didn't do anything about his addiction, he, they just started giving him supplements to help him cope, and he lost his driver's license for drink driving. And that's when the spiral started, and he realized no. And that's when he joined the music school. After that, I think that was a wake-up call.
Think if you are the sort of person who would have a drink and think about getting behind a wheel, you already have a substance problem. Get yourself to AA. Get yourself some help. Go find something.
Not Narconon.
Not Narconon, but
yeah,
don't get behind a wheel. That is the worst place. That's even worse than Narconon is behind the wheel of a car, because at least you're already going to kill yourself in Narconon.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Don't drive intoxicated, please.
Yeah.
Please do not. But at music school, remember, he just turned 25. He said for the first time in his life, he found confidence and felt like he had privilege and was living a life.
He said for the first time in his life he felt confident. What was it like over his? It was like his overriding feeling of being better than people. What was the word? Superiority. Despite my
however, my
superiority?
feeling of superiority couldn't mask my lack of self-confidence or the nagging sense of being an imposter.
There we go.
That's the word.
I feel like I've been too near these pens for too long and I'm just like losing brain cells.
Well, we're near the end. We kind of derailed a little bit, and I fully accept blame for that because I have weird energy. So that's on me. That's my bad. I'm so sorry.
No. I've done that loads. And to be fair, I've got the rest of chapter 19 and then 20. I don't even have that much on it. What else we got here?
Oh, we found Barefaced Messiah.
That was chapter 18. Chapter 19, we were saying about the psych fear and the lobotomy, and I just put brackets, the poor kids like in Scientology.
Oh,
growing up with that fear. And then he had therapy, and he said for the first time, he experienced empathy and compassion
in his life.
Yeah. And he mentioned he found how hard he found it speaking to the psychologist, because he was trying to use language like off the tone scale. He's trying to use Scientologies, and they just found it quite hard to communicate.
I have a quote about that.
Yeah, and he said he felt more warmth and humanity in 1 hour with the psych than the entire time in class in Scientology.
Yeah.
Sorry, was that the quote?
Oh, no, I was just going to read the actual quote. But you basically summed it up perfectly, so it's all good. Yeah, and then he realized that he was taking on a little bit more than he was capable of handling. So he took a step back from the music studies, which made him even worse.
Yeah, was he doing university? Was he doing college, like a bachelor's? Like, it wasn't just like a...
No, yeah.
It was a hard course.
A music program at the University of Quebec in Montreal. So yeah, it was like a proper music degree.
So to do that whilst having all that unhealed trauma, whilst, you know, having an addiction, a substance abuse, being broke.
This part breaks my heart. Determined to keep drinking even though the waitress had stopped serving me because it was closing time, I got up and poured myself a glass of beer from a pitcher that another customer had ordered. With a mix of pity and disdain, he refilled my glass, calling me a loser in the process.
Yeah,
And that's when he found Narconon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did note about just at the end of that chapter that he was saying that the tech, so the e-meter and the tech, the disassociation, can induce disassociation disorders in addicts and other vulnerable people.
Yeah,
so this goes from just being able to disassociate to full disorder of dissociation disorders.
I've got a good quote here. It said, I knew Narconon practiced the TRs and did the Purif, and at the time I thought that was a good thing. However, what I didn't realize was that using this kind of technique compulsively to induce trance states could trigger mental disorders in vulnerable people like drug addicts, for example, like you said. Constantly trying to dissociate from your emotions can put you at risk of developing depersonalization disorders.
Yeah. Just
horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. And then chapter 20 has got another flipping cult in there. Would you believe? It's insane.
Dissect,
But it's like,
dissect.
Sorry.
Hey, Jürgen.
Hi, Jürgen. Oh, hi, Matthew. Thank you all for being
here. Matthew the lad. He's a good lad.
Yeah, how we're like neurospicy people just happen to gravitate towards each other and find each other, and I think it's the same with all walks of life, all sorts of people. But yeah, so another cult. We've got another one.
Yeah, we're in for a wild ride with the last 6 chapters here. It's
yeah, so this is a new he wanted to get into meditation for obvious reasons, to help him spiritually find
you got to cleanse off the Narcanon.
Yeah, but he's still looking to like find himself or find the spirituality. But yeah, new cult, same cult tactics, but this was from a different view. This is almost from an inside view. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
Because he was sort of they were trying to get him in and suck him into this this new Brahma.
And he was kind of like,
Brahma Kumaris cult.
Brahma Kumaris.
Brahma
Kumaris.
Braha Kumaris. Yeah?
Brahma Kumaris.
What? Yeah, I know. I just can't say it. I need you to say it.
I think it's Brahma.
Brahma.
Brahma. Brahma, I think.
What's the Kumaris then?
Kumaris is the last name.
Of the cult?
Brahma Kumaris. Yeah, meditation in the Brahma Kumaris style.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I was like, what? Confusing myself with my notes here. But yeah, this time he gets into a new relationship, but he's like on the other side watching. Sorry?
I was just gonna say, I just love how he goes, I'm looking to learn how to meditate, not find a guru.
Yeah. He's not looking for another. He recognizes a lot of signals and signs, and his spidey senses are tingling in this, and that's good for him. But the fact his partner at the time isn't going through that, and then this new cult leader's like giving him the stink eye, not liking him, and he's like, by the way, no more copulation, thank you. So his physical sexual relations just became non-physical acquaintance.
And
then
lack of intimacy.
And then she became isolated, kept busy all the time, told don't speak to people who aren't part of our meditation group. You
sound familiar?
Same cult tactics. Isolation, keep him busy, get tired, keep him tired. Don't speak to any of those people. Don't listen to any of what they're saying.
Same shit, different texture.
Exactly. And yeah, this wasn't just any meditation guru cult. This was an end of the world meditation guru cult. So
if you're not meditating for the end times, what are you doing?
And again, he had the whole thing of being like sort of the cognitive dissonance that, hey, if nothing matters and the world's ending, Why are you saving for a pension?
Good
If the whole
question.
world's going to explode, why does it matter if we have babies or not?
Yeah. What does it matter if you've got a couple mil in the bank? That matter?
Really like what you're doing there. I do. It's proper arty, that.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It's like an art style, mosaic-y style of like a sun, like the Earth orbiting the sun or something, and yeah, I like it. Like it's in the
Thank
sky,
you.
but it's like a sunset in space.
Oh, I love that.
No, I'm proper vibing with it. I really like it.
Oh, now I'm really looking forward to doing the lines on it.
Yeah. You should always
And
look
I've
forward to
actually
doing
almost finished
line. Unless you're a recovering addict, I'm really sorry, trigger warning, apologies, it's not a joke.
going over the line work with the pen.
Ooh, OVG's in the house. You down with OVG? Yeah, you know me. You down with OVG? Hey, everybody. Right. And that's it.
Okay, I just actually did the dance. I'm so sorry.
Chapter 20. We're done.
We're done.
Okay.
And we've got 6 more to go, and then we're wrapping it up. And if at least 5 of you haven't gone and gotten the book by then, you're on my Dunzo list.
No, I will.
No,
I will. For the name of all things good, I will put the link in the description.
Yeah, please do.
I'm a mess of a human being.
Do you want me to remind you?
I know I can pull off plausibly adult.
I can put it in the comments again.
But I'm a mess of a human being. I really am.
I am too. Well, that's
You still manage to do so much better.
No, I don't.
Stream-wise,
I have less obligations than you do.
and more brain cells. No, more executive function.
That's only because I have less demands on my resources.
Yeah.
So I'm able to put the resources towards this. It's not that I'm better at it or anything like that. It's that you just don't have all of the...
because of those things.
But there are times when you're better at it than me because you have the capacity, right? It's a sharing. It's not a...
I don't know. My brain's good for some things.
No. I'm right.
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm right. And that's how it is. Okay?
I've got Stewie Griffin in my head. Maybe. Is that Sir Brian? Okay, then maybe say for him. Brian.
You're haunting the stream with your inadequacy.
You're haunting the stream with your whiteness, Brian.
I'm so pale, you can't even tell my hand from the paper.
You can.
Only barely.
Yeah, you moved.
Does it? Yeah, I was in You can only tell because I was in the sun for 12 minutes yesterday. Got a tan. There, it's actually finished, and I can do the line work on it now. Wowie zowie! All right, so Friday is chapters. I love yours.
It's not too bad, is it? I need some smaller pens.
I like it.
Find any pens that have a smaller tip than this that are in my budget range.
Oh, you need one of these.
Oh, look at that. Well, the thing is, I can't have it too fine a tip because it shakes so much.
They do also have one that's in between, I believe.
Yeah, I need one of those little in-betweenies.
I also have this.
Oh, yeah.
This is a 1.5. And I like using this one for doing the line work on these, because you can use the tip and make it, kind of finer, or you can it's a good pen. This is the Faber-Castell, and it's waterproof. So, if anyone was wondering, it's a good pen, solid pen.
There we go.
Yeah. Oohoo also makes some.
Huh?
The brand that's on Amazon all over the place, the Oohoo. I just like saying the name. Oohoo. Sounds like a bird sound.
Thought you were making an owl noise. I was like, I don't. Hoo.
Just wait until I upload the peacock videos, because there's so many times in the video I'm like, because I'm trying to call the peacocks to look over at me. They're like, "The fuck are you doing?"
You get on your peacock uploading, and I'm going to get on my P phone downloading, and hopefully put some up myself.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thank you so much for having me.
No, I'm not managing. I'm not managing. No, get in the back there. Get in the back of StreamYard. Have a good rummage. Make yourself comfy, love. Have a cup of tea. I'm not allowed. Doctor's cutting me off. Doctor's cutting me off tea.
Banned. No lovely cuppa for you.
Well, no, I'm still drinking tea. I told them. Like heck. You're taking my tea. Take my kidneys for you. Take my tea. Dramatic.
Yeah, you're not cutting me off cold turkey.
So yeah, I'm weaning off tea whilst weaning onto iron and folic acid. So we're just doing a little, see if we can get to a sweet area. And with a little squirrel, I need to go pick up a little squirrel. You can come say hello?
Yeah.
You can come say hello then. Pushka face. Come, Pushka face.
Oh, we need to say goodbye to the puppy. Oh my gosh, her face.
Do I get your hands back for my lovings? Oh, little baby Pushka face.
It's so hard to go 2 hours without getting attention, okay? It's difficult. Look at her. She's
no boundaries. There's no
she's deprived.
Place. Put my
Look
face
at how neglected. She's so neglected. Look at this.
I've had her since she was like 9 or 10 weeks old. Like earlier than I would have happily taken any sort of puppy off their mother, but all of her siblings had gone and the mother didn't want, to know too much. So the little runter let her come with me.
I love her.
Scars are all healing up. She's doing fine.
Is her fur growing back a little bit?
A little bit on her front paws, but not on the belly. The belly's still shaped bold.
I'm just kind of going through these as we're wrapping up.
I have no idea how long we've been going because it's saying 30 minutes.
2:18.
We know it goes downhill after 2.
I told you. We gotta go. You gotta go pick up Mini Squirrel. Yeah, we gotta go. We're wrapping it up. We will see you Friday and then chat.
Friday on Tilty's channel. Please do join us. Same time, 5 till 7 my time, 9 till 11 your time. Yeah?
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody so much, and thank you so much, Tilty.
Be kind to yourself. Drink some water.
I posted today. I posted your stuff. If you weren't here earlier, posted it. And I posted yours, Tilty, and I posted yours too, Rika. And I'm never going to the post office again. So if you ever wanted something, sorry you missed that one chat. Bye.
Bye.